In this video I'm showing you an acrylic design. So I've already applied my CJP square clear tips. I've cut them to shape with my tip cutters and my stalk scissors, and I'm then coming in with my 150 grit file, just holding that file nice and flat against those edges, making sure that shape is nice and crisp and that the tip comes out nice and straight from the nail and it's not wonky. And I also just blend in the wings just so they don't stick up when I am applying my acrylic. And then remove all the dust and come in with my CJP Dehydrator and CJP Acid Primer. Just applying a thin layer of the primer to all the nails, making sure you don't touch the skin. Then come in with CJP Crystal Glass just as a thin base layer, using my CJP Big Boy brush. I do this just so I've got a nice smooth base, and it also gives me something to file back to when my client comes back in for a redesign. So starting off on the ring finger, I come in with CJP Birthday Sue in the reverse method, doing a nice deep smile line. So pushing the bottom of that bead into the natural nail, getting it nice and flush. I then just flatten it out a little bit and then come in with the tip of my brush and get that shape in that I want. Making sure you're keeping that nice, deep, crisp wall all the way around that bead. So I then come in with a large bead at the cuticle area, tilting my client's finger down so gravitating naturally pulls it away from the cuticle. Then get my brush right behind that bead so it's nice and neat at your cuticle and nice and flush. And then just blend the top of that bead in with the first bead that you applied. Just checking your nail from all angles to make sure your wall goes all the way around that smile line, so you've got something to butt your colour up to. On this nail, I come in with CJP Ash at the tip area. So just applying that, pushing it back towards the cuticle and just blending the back of that bead in with the natural nail. Absolutely love this colour. It's one of my favourite CJP colours. It's one of the most popular with my clients as well. Love all these greys that CJP do. So then when that's nice and smooth, I'll come in at the cuticle with CJP Metallic Silver. Just a really, really tiny bead because it is really highly pigmented. I like to use this as a base when I'm using silver glitter, just to add depth. So then I dip into crystal glass, picking up a tiny bead, and then dip into silver sequins glitter, which is from Bang Good Nail Supplies. And I'll leave the link to all these products in the description box, so you can see what I've used and where I've ordered from. So on this finger, I come in with metallic silver again at the cuticle, just pushing that right up into the cuticle and then blending it up into the tip area. So then at the tip, I come in with Crystal Nails FD14 powder. Love these diamond powders from Crystal Nails. So sparkly. And I'm just using this as a base as well for the glitter. Again, like I say, just to add some depth. So I'll come in again with that silver sequins glitter, just using a tiny bead of crystal glass to pick that up. And using the tip of my brush just to push and place that glitter where I want, getting it right up into the cuticle. And then I come in at the tip with a silvery grey glitter. This is from Smiley's Glitter Store on eBay, but I can't remember what it is. I'll have to ask Sarah that owns Smiley's to see if she knows which one it is. I've had it for years. Then come in with a large bead of crystal glass and cap this little finger. Just applying it at the cuticle, getting it nice and flush, all tucked in round your cuticle area. And then walking that bead down the nail with the belly of your brush. Just cutting any excess off the end of the nail rather than swiping it off. You want a little bit of thickness at your free edge. You don't want it to be too thin. And again, the same on this nail. So on this finger, I'm doing a bit of a different marble sort of design to what I normally do. So I'm coming in with CJP Ash around that cuticle, just sort of applying it to one side. Getting that nice and flush in your cuticle area, keeping this nice and thin because I will be capping in crystal glass. Then come in with the Crystal Nails FD14 powder again, just applying that up to the grey, the ash, and just blending it in a little bit. I like the contrast between the light and the dark of these two colours. And then come in with metallic silver, sort of applying them side by side, but randomly at the same time. You don't just want it to look like stripes. You want it to look a little bit marbled as well. And then come in again with that silver sequins glitter, just up to and slightly over that metallic silver, just pushing and placing that glitter with the tip of my brush. So I only use a tiny bead of crystal glass, literally just to pick the glitter up, so I can just move the glitter about where I want it to, and I'm not adding too much bulk either. And I then come in with CJP Stone, applying that up to the glitter line, and then the Crystal Nails powder again at the tip. And then just some of the silver glitter where those two colours join. I then come in with my file just to file that smile line. So I'm holding my file nice and flat against that wall, just filing all the way around, making sure it's nice and crisp. Looking down the barrel of the nail to make sure that wall goes all the way around from side to side. And just remove the dust, and then on the tip I go into CJP Ash, then into the Crystal Nails powder, and then into metallic silver, all in one bead, so 3 dips in one bead. It's a bit of another different marble effect, just applying it at the tip and then do the same again for those wings. And I don't go over the smile line like I normally would if I was using white or a strength powder, just because I will be capping this. So don't apply it to the same height as your wall. Leave a little bit of a gap so I can come in and cap in clear. And then come in with crystal glass, just capping this whole nail like I normally do. And once I've capped, I'll check from all angles, and if I need to add any more at my apex area, then I will do. I'll then cap my smile line. So on the thumb, I'm using Stone from CJP. Applying it at the tip and just pushing that down the nail. And then turn my brush around and blend it into the natural nail. Just get that application nice and smooth. Just keep smoothing over it so it's nice and neat and crisp. Keeping those edges crisp as well. And then come in at the cuticle with the Crystal Nails FD powder. Pushing it right up into that cuticle area and then just blending it in with Stone. Look at that sparkle, it's such a nice powder. And then come in with my glitter again. Again, just pushing and placing it where I want and blending it up, fading it nicely into Stone. And then when I'm happy, I will cap in crystal glass. So onto my filing technique, exactly the same in all my videos. Start off just refining those edges, getting them nice and crisp. And my free edge as well, holding my file at a 90-degree angle. So it's nice and flat. And then I come round, contour my side wall, round my cuticle area, really tucking that file in. And then up my other side wall. And then hold my file nice and flat and come down the barrel of the nail. So now look down the nail and from my side view, just to check my angles to make sure it's all nice and neat and smooth, there's no lumps and bumps. And I do this on all the nails, so I'll just let you watch. Then I remove all the dust, and then I'm coming in with the gel bottle Extreme Shine tack free top coat, just applying a nice thin layer and then curing in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. And when my hand comes out, I'm just going to allow it to cool for a minute or so before I apply cuticle oil, just so you don't dull the shine of that super shiny top coat. And here's your finished look. Thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed it.